So, hello, Green Group. So, today is going to be a really easy lesson. We're just going to do a quick review of what you learned on your Friday's e-learning assignment. So, you should watch some Khan Academy assignments of how to write decimals in word form. Well, we're just going to review that today, and then I'm just going to have you do some practice problems. So, here we go. So, we know that we can write regular numbers in word form. So, for example, I had this number 1,234. That's how I say that. We know that we can write that using words. So this would look like 1,234. Okay, so basically you just write it exactly how you would say it. Well, we can do the same thing with decimals. It's just going to be slightly different. So let's look at example. This number. But first, you need to think to yourself, okay, how would I say this decimal? Well, we have to know the place value of decimals, right? So we have a 3 in the tenths place, a 2 in the hundredths. I would read this, though, as 32 hundredths. So we're just going to type it or write it like we would say it. 32 hundredths. So remember, though, when you're using decimals, you're talking about numbers less than a whole. So we have to be careful that when we say hundredths, we're not saying hundreds. We're using the TH at the end. Let's do another one. Okay, so we would say this number. It's a slightly different if you notice to the left of the decimal, we have a whole number. So we make sure that when we write this kind of a number in word form, we say in the number to the left of the decimal first. So in this case, we have the number 14. So we're just going to write it just like we said it. Now we come to the decimal. Okay, we don't say decimal. We're just going to replace it with the word and. It's really important that you don't skip this part. So 14 and, well, we have a 6 and it's in the hundredths place. So we're just going to write it as hundredths. Do one more. So before I go ahead, I want you to just take a minute. You can pause the video if you need to, but how would you say this number if I asked you to say it out loud? Because that is going to be how you exactly write it. So again, we're going to look at the whole number first, or the digits to the left of the decimal point. Well, we have a 22, so we're going to write 22 first. Then we come to the decimal, so we're going to use the word and then we have a 17. Well, 17 what? Since the 7 is in the hundredths place, it becomes 17 hundredths.